Well, this is Steve Ridgel telling you I know I'm different. I'm different than a lot of you, but I'm not so sure our differences are near what we think they are. And in fact, the truth is, I'm more alike with most of you watching this than I am different. And I know that's strange to say in our culture because we live in a culture that say we ought to treat everybody the same and everybody ought to be just alike no matter their skin color or their nationality. And then we spend a lot of time explaining how everybody pay attention to the skin color and the nationality. And we live in a culture that celebrates how much money you have. But here's the thing. You know, I've been in worship with a lot of people, and I'm a Christian. I suspect most of you watching this are. If you're not, maybe you'll find this interesting because many times I've sat in a worship assembly and looked around and realized that in a lot of ways the world will walk by and think we are really different. In fact, I've been in a lot of places where I kind of stuck out as the one that's really different because I've done worship in dozens of countries. I've been in worship where everybody's skin color was really different than mine. I've been in worship services where some little kids came up to touch me because they'd never seen a white person. I've been in assemblies where to preach they had to translate for me. And I didn't understand hardly any of the language and couldn't really sing the songs. And so our language is different. We look different skin color. I've been in worship assemblies where there were lots of pretty people and lots of, well, pretty ugly people, but at least nobody told me to my face that. I've been in worship assemblies where there were people with beautiful hair and, well, no hair like mine. I've been in worship assemblies where I was the oldest guy, and I've been in a few worship assemblies where I might have been the youngest person there. Old people, young people, pretty people, not so pretty people. I've been in assemblies where I'm pretty sure I was the only United States citizen. And I've been in assemblies where almost everybody was. Different countries, different languages, look different. And the world would say, boy, there sure are a lot of differences. But see, as a Christian in the worship assembly, there's a whole lot more where we're alike. In fact, I'll just tell you out in the world, there's we're a whole much more alike than different. And here's why. See, I believe everybody in this world is created by God. And because we are created in the image of God, there's a lot of good done by almost everybody in the world, but because we live in a fallen world, everybody I see in this world has done something they should not have done or not did something they should have done. And the God that made all of us sent a son to die for every one of us. Everything I do today, everybody I see was made by God, fell short in areas, and had Jesus Christ die for those sins. And those of you that believe in Jesus, we have a lot more in common than we do different. You see, those of us that were baptized into Christ all share the same baptism. We are family. Whether we can speak the same language, whether we look alike, but we have the same Holy Spirit living in us. And someday we're all going to be in heaven together. And to me, that makes us a whole lot more alike than different. So the world can look and emphasize the differences. I want to emphasize how we're alike. And in Jesus, we are more alike, way more alike than we ever are different. So I'm telling you, this is Steve Ridgel. You don't have to look at all like me, but we sure are a lot alike in Jesus.